reach the finish line faster. This is not about your skill. This is not about skill. This is the mindset work you have to do. So I want to show something or share something with you. I call this my power pyramid. And so how to reach the finish line faster is number one, is going to be the power pyramid. I want you to draw this on here. Right? Should have made it bigger than that. But this is a power pyramid. And as we go through this, I want to show you something. All right? The power pyramid, you're going to have to identify where you are in the scheme of this. You have to be honest. Today, you have to be honest with yourself. And I realize some of you, it's a telltale sign for me as a coach, me as a mentor, me as a thought leader, and watching and training hundreds of thousands of women. Let me say that again. Hundreds of thousands of women. And it takes me a very short period of time, not just because I know it all. That's not what this is about. It's because I've seen some things and I have been these women. I've been in every stage of this power pyramid. And I'm going to start at the very bottom of it. And simply because there's a lot of us that are operating here on this power pyramid. I call this the red phase. You see how large this area is on this power pyramid? It takes up majority of the space of this triangle. And the women that are operating here, yes, we're talking about this 5-day boot camp about speaking and building your business, expanding your business that you have, or the one you're going to start from a stage. But many of you will be a failure to launch simply because you will not just get to your finish line. You won't even get started. Simply because you're operating in the red zone. You want to know what's happening here? This boot camp came up, you signed up, you didn't put it on your calendar, life got in the way. Red zone operators are doing exactly this. Dr. Sonia, I'm busy. How many of you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody? They are busy all the time. But if you ask them, are they productive, Ivory? If you were asked or you were to see what they were doing, 90% of them are not productive. They're just busy. Busy running the kids around, busy doing everything for everybody else. They may be doing some things for themselves, but it is not moving the needle forward. They're operating in the red zone because busyness, just going to put busy in here, put a couple words up in here so y'all understand. Just busy. Busy, overwhelmed with life in itself. No direction. No purpose. Right? This is what's happening in the red zone. This is the other one that they're doing what everybody else is doing in the red zone. Some of you in here, you really don't want to speak. You just saw the large number in the Facebook group. Oh, it's 3,000. It must be something popping. Or, I can share my book in here. Or I can do that. You weren't really trying to come in and learn. Let's just be real. Can I be real? Can I please, Patricia, can I be real with this? Women that are operating in the red zone will never get to her finish line. Not when she won't get there later. She's not going to get there at all because she's got all these things that are happening in her life. This is where I say life gets in the way. You allow it. It doesn't just happen. You say that again as you're taking notes. You are allowing your life to get in the way. And you're really living in your past. Okay? This here is the number one reason why many women never reach their finish line. This is why that baby that's on the inside of you right now, Laura, that says, I need to be out on these stages and speaking. It is kicking you and it's kicking you hard. How many of you could not sleep over the last couple of days? Be honest. It was hard to sleep. It was hard to sleep. I mean, like every time. Now, if you slept, that's great. I don't know. You one of those folks. But when I go through this process, when I do these boot camps or when I travel and speak, and when it's time for me to launch my new baby, I can't sleep. It won't allow me. Red zone, your baby has been kicking a long time, and it's going to come out a full-grown adult. Uh-oh. I know, like, what? That hurts, does it not? Can you imagine those of you who've given natural birth? You're giving birth to a 5-pound, 6-pound, 9, 10, I've seen 12, all that kind of stuff. That hurts. I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, that hurts a lot. And now you got a full-grown adult or a project or a program that you're launching. It hurts. This is why you cry. This is why you can't sleep, because it's full grown. And some of you, it came out breech. She said, I just thought it was me. No, ma'am, it's not you. It's not you. A lot of us have operated in the red zone way too long. And you want to know how else? Gloria, what's happening in this area right here? Reach the finish line faster in the 5 days profitable speaker boot camp. This here is separating you from where you need to be. This is all mindset. I just got to make sure you thought it was a 10%, it was a 10% skill. This is not skill. This is mindset. If you're in the red zone, you're trying to do the quick fix. I want to get there quick, Dr. Sonia. I'm going to come to your speaker boot camp. And then some of you have been very successful. Send out your emails. You're getting replies back. Someone had an event this morning, a paid event. Do you understand? Let me make sure I understand. Where's she at? If we can find her, wave at me. She's somewhere in there. If y'all see her, Kendra, let me know she's in here so I can get that name. She had a paid event this morning. From Monday to this morning, you have a paid event. My water broke last night. I'm sure it did. Absolutely. Red zone women, you're operating at a very low frequency, if I may say. I need you to understand this. There's a difference in between being a Toyota and a Bentley. And the simple difference, this is Toyota. Red zone, you're Toyota because you look like everybody else. Everybody else sounds just like you. You're out there telling the same story everybody else is telling, and you have not transformed your story into a message. What are Bentleys doing? Let me say this. When's the last time you all have seen a Toyota? Anybody seen one in the last 30 days? Toyota? I had one, right? My son driving, yeah, all that. When's the last time you seen a Toyota commercial? Last 90 days? Raise your hand. Raise your hand at me. Yes? When's the last time you seen a Bentley commercial? Ever? I've never, ever seen them. You know why? Because those who want a Bentley and deserve to drive one are not sitting around watching television. Hello, somebody. So you're going to be a difference. The difference, are you going to be a Toyota? And we're going to get to the place of where you are a Bentley. You should be going up the pyramid, not down. That's red zone. You're operating at half capacity. You really don't know you have any power. Power stands for this: possibilities. O is for opportunities. W is for wealth, worth, and well-being. E is for doing things in excellence. And R is for responsibility. Possibilities, opportunities, wealth, worth, and well-being. E is doing things in excellence. I did not say perfection. I said excellence. There's a difference. And R is for responsibility. Here, you're still trying to be perfect, and instead of understanding your power. The next level, I don't have a yellow in here, so we're going to use blue. Why is Alexa talking to us in the other room? Really? Alexa is talking. I'm done. I'm so done. All right. Let's get to the yellow zone. Can you go unplug her, please? All right, this is yellow. If you can see, yellow. Don't have a yellow marker. Women operating in the yellow zone. That means you understand that you do have some level of purpose, and you're starting to understand this. It's the one in the gathering room, Jay Scott. It's the one in the gathering room. Thank you. Yeah, I can talk. Look, I love this. You want to help? You can do this. It's on the gathering room on the far left wall as you walk toward the pool table. Okay. So, yellow zone here. The folks in the yellow zone are starting to understand this. I have a calling in life. Please write this down. I know I have a purpose and a calling in life. You're starting to do things differently. You participated here. You upgraded to VIP because something was drawing. It wasn't the fact of, oh my gosh, I just want to be around everybody else. Yes, that is true, but you knew something was happening behind the scenes. Yellow zone folks that are looking at this right here are also understanding that it's now or never. It's now or never. I don't have a lot of time to do this, but this is what happens in this power pyramid on yellow. get to the finish line faster. First, this is number one. This is the one thing that I'm talking about. I'll get three, and then we'll go back to everything else. One, they understand what happens is when life happens. Let me do this right here. Do I have another color right here? What happens in the yellow zone, if something happens in your life, somebody walks out on you, somebody divorces you, somebody talks about you, somebody backstabs you, someone doesn't let you play on their playground, somebody doesn't let you read their book, or whatever the case may be, what happens is you quickly go back down to the red zone because you haven't really tapped into your purpose. You are strictly here and you're trying to climb up. You're trying, Dr. Sonia, I'm trying. You know what trying means, right? I'm trying to do this, Dr. Sonia, and life happens. Well, this doesn't happen. I came to your boot camp and I wasn't able to do this, so I just stopped. And you go straight down here. You go back to the red zone. It's overcrowded in the red zone. Yellow zone is crowded there too. It's a little bit more moving room. But women that are operating in the yellow zone or phase, as I say, you easily go back to the red zone when life happens. You lose your job, you quit. You go find another job instead of looking at the simple fact, well, maybe I'm not supposed to be working for somebody else anyway. Uh-oh, shots fired. Maybe I'm not supposed to be trying to be like Les Brown as a speaker and the Lisa Nichols of the world. Maybe I'm supposed to use my own voice. You're starting to identify that, and when it gets too hard, you just jump back down here. No, you fall. You fall right back here. It's too hard, Dr. Sonia. I'm not you. I don't have a PhD. You're making excuses for everything that happens. But something else begins to happen when you know this. Let me go over to green. You see how small? Can y'all see how small that is? It's tiny. This is the green zone. This is where 2% of the most powerful women lay, in the green zone. Not just as speakers, I mean in life, period. They walk differently. They speak differently. They act differently. Their life is different. You ever seen a woman walk in the room and she never says anything, Destiny? She doesn't say anything. And something about her, Michelle, makes you like, who is that? Who is she? Lisa, like, who? What? No, who is that? I don't know, but she looks like somebody I need to get to know. That's the person that I'm talking about. Anybody ever seen that person? I'm not saying you. If you ever been in that room and that woman walked in, you're like, wait a minute. Now, I'm not talking about you got jealous, right, Laura? I'm not like, who does she think she is? I'm not talking, who does she think she is coming in here? I mean the simple fact of there's something about her mere presence. There's something about her confidence level that she has not even said anything. But she lights up the whole room when she walks in. Be seen and not heard is more so than anything. I command attention everywhere I go. Absolutely. Green zone women, when this whole opportunity, you get to this place, and y'all, I've been in all three, but the air is thin up here. Thin air. It's very thin. There's not a lot of people there at all. This is where, and this is the problem where, this is what I normally hear. I've heard one of my clients in my mastermind that's been with me over a year. She said to me, Dr. Sonia, my biggest fear was I wouldn't be able to sustain this. Like when I get there, India, when I get there, will I be able to do this, continues to do this? They're going to find out who I am. That was my whole question when I got here. I wanted to do it. I knew I was called to do it. But when I got there, it was not a lot of you around. Where you at? Wilsla? Trudy? Destiny? Patricia? Lori? Sandy? Dolores? Dr. Enos? Mallory? Ivory? Rosalind? Isolate? Where you at? Lashima? Where you at? Where y'all hanging out? Where are you? I realized I didn't have a lot of women to talk to. And if you're not careful when you get here, and you don't do the things to sustain you to remain there, guess what you do? You fall right back down here. You fall right back down here. Ladies, I know for some of you, this is like, I already know all this, I know all this, but are you applying it? Are you applying this? This is why when life happens to you, you go back to these secret burial grounds. Oh, did I just say that? I did, and I felt that one. You go back to this secret burial ground where you can't get out and it takes you years. That's why when something happens, you want the whole world to know you're going through or you're on the struggle bus. Everybody doesn't need to know you're on the struggle bus. That's a secret burial ground. Nobody needs to know. But you want to tell the whole world. Oh my goodness, women of faith, I know, I got you, I know. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Look, I'm going to come back here. Jay, I'm going back here because I feel tomatoes being thrown at me right now. I know it. Nobody needs to know. Well, I need them to know what's going on. No, you don't. You want somebody to get on that struggle bus with you. We're not joining it with you. I'm not getting there. I'm not going there with you. That hurts. Been there, done that, lost everything, and I shall not go back to the pits of hell, and nor should you. Hello. Now you have to decide what zone, what phase are you going to get to and remain. Now the truth, I want you to do the truth. This is a truthful moment. It's you and I in here. Where are you at right now? Where are you? Be honest. You're either pregnant or you're not. You're not in the yellow and the green. You're not in the red and no, you're pregnant or you're not. Where are you honestly? Where are you right now? Yellow, 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 red, yellow, 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 yellow. I see yellow, yellow. Nobody wants to admit they're in the red. Somebody said in labor. Yellow, seriously? Seriously? Yellow. She said, Precious says, seriously, I'm in yellow. Facebook, where are you? Are you in the red? Are you in the yellow? Where am I green? Well, where are those who want to be in green? Willow, there's no orange, baby. We know, no. Yellow and blue make green. I saw that. No, ma'am. Who wants to be in the green? Well, when you get there, you understand how things operate and you continuously work on your mindset. You continuously are doing something to elevate you. You're not around everybody. Oh, listen, Linda, listen. You are not in the company. Not everybody can be in your presence when you're operating here. They can't. Some people think I'm joking, and my spirit is still sensitive. And I have to watch myself, tell my team, don't let me see some emails because I will respond. Y'all know how I am. You know, I'm working on it. I always have this thing, what would Oprah do? Right now I'm not Oprah, so I'm going to do what would Dr. Sonia do, right? I'm probably going to respond because I need you to understand there has to be better. When you're in the red zone, when you start your business, red zoners, you are a hustler. You are a multitasker. You are a serialpreneur. That is why that you have to have 10 different jobs just to get to $1,000 a month. Uh-oh. Jay over here shaking his head like, that's so good. That's what hustlers are. They're doing all of this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to speak about this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do over here. And I was like, oh my gosh. When we started talking about six figures, Dr. Sonia, I make six figures, but how many hours do you work to get there? How many jobs do you have? How much free time do you have for you and your family? I'm so busy. No, you're not. You're overwhelmed because you're trying to do too much. You're working harder and not smarter. Green zone, we're working smarter. We understand the one thing you got to know is what? The woman with the mic does what? She wins. It's not the person sitting in the audience. Oh, y'all better get this. Angela, it's the person with the mic. She wins. You have got to understand what is happening in these zones. You have to figure out, if I'm in the red zone, how do I get the heck up out of there like ASAP? You got to surround yourself with different people. Yellow zone, when you get here and something happens, you have to prepare that muscle for, I would say, no's and rejection. You have to prepare that, because if you don't, your feelings get hurt. I'm not doing this. This business doesn't work. I sent those emails out. Nobody responded. This is a scam. I want my 97 hard-earned dollars back. What? Somebody scam you if you think that's hard-earned. Long before I got here. But Dr. Sonia, that's I'm just being real. This one time I wanted to do a program. What did I do with this in my pocket? I wanted to do a program. It cost $297. I just wanted to see what was on the inside, what was popping, because I didn't know how to get this party started. I did not have $297. I had to go borrow a credit card from my sister in tears. I said, this will never be me again, where I don't have money to do some of the things that I want. That was only $297 and had a job. Hello. Everybody okay? Raise your hand if you're okay right now. Raise your hand. Because I see some of y'all with your hand on your face. Can I talk to you about receiving? Receiving is never where your hands are closed. You're either receiving where you're writing, you're receiving where you're leaned in. When you're not receiving like this, there's a there's a stance that you have to have in order for you to receive. I'm not talking about the words that I'm saying. I'm talking about from the heavens above. One thing that I know about that, I don't know everything, but I know how to make $1,000,000. I know how to change a mindset. Okay, let me move on. That's number one. Reach the finish line faster. It is no longer the skill. It is about mindset. Ladies, this is why our money is held up. This is why your legacy is held up, because you're operating in the red zone, or you're teetering between this yellow zone and fall quickly back to the red zone when things don't work out. I don't have anybody to support me. You may have to do this on your own. May not be anyone. Girlfriends are not going. Mom, grandma, husband, they're not going with you. He didn't give them the vision. He gave it to you. Part two. Ready for number two? Somebody put in the chat. Two. Let me make sure I'm on time.